guys, welcome to another episode of Album Review Corner. This week we're going to do Eminem's Recovery. That's from 2010 album. I'm here with Bobby at his house where he decided to do this real fast. He's never heard the album really. So we listened to it on Spotify and we're just going to, if you guys haven't listened to my show before, I just do track by track and then give you my overall impression. So we're going to just go and we probably alternate, right?
Yeah.
You do one and I do the other?
Sure.
Alright, you go ahead and start, I guess. There's a track list up there.
Alright, so...
We're looking at the track list on the computer if you guys are wondering.
Yes, we are. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So, Cold Wind Blows. If anybody... I'm sure you know Eminem. He's infamous for a feud with Mariah Carey as well as other artists. And this is basically another song, another dig at Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. That's basically what this one is.
Yep. That's the first song. It's an interesting song. All the songs, I think this whole album is, I wouldn't say classic Eminem for sure, but I think it's just a new Eminem.
It's all about the new him and the new everything, because he's just recovered from a drug addiction, and it's all about recovery, which is what the album's name is, so how appropriate.
Yeah. Alright, the second track name here is Talk to Myself, and this is basically about him thanking his fans. You know, his last two albums was Relapse and
the Eminem Show.
I think so.
It's like an apology, for those albums because he didn't feel like it was his potential.
Yeah.
And he thinks that this is the best one yet.
So it basically talks about that and talks about his struggle, what he'd gone through, and leads up to that.
It's all about the experiences he's had while on drugs and how he's a better person now without him.
Mm-hmm. Alright, the third track is On Fire, and you can go ahead and talk about that one.
Alright, let's see. On Fire, which is...
It's basically...
it's mocking other up-and-coming artists like David Cook and, all the up-and-comers who feel like... He thinks that they're what's that? Fry in the pan or whatever.
Yeah.
That saying is, and he feels that he's the best, which is fucking awesome.
See, I think
he still is the best. Sure.
I think he's talking about other artists. That's part of it. But then he talks about. I think he's being focusing on the rap genre.
Yeah.
Talking about like artists like Lil Wayne at that time, and even I guess you'd say Mac Miller was a little bit in the scene, and Drake. And all these guys, some of their lyrics, these guys like Flo Rida don't, their lyrics don't have substance, is what I think is what a lot of it is. And his has like personal feel to it, what people can relate to. Yeah, to some degree, it's for sure very interesting. All right, the next song, number 4, is Won't Back Down, and this is featuring Pink, and he basically talked about whatever challenges come your way, don't back down from them because you can get through them.
It's a message to the haters saying he's not going away, however much they want him to.
Yeah. Alright, the next song here is WTP, and this is basically where this is White Trash Party. He is inviting people who are alone, I guess you'd say, not to be alone and to grab someone and just don't waste your life. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's very much a dance song, and he just invites everybody to get up and dance and have a good time.
Because you don't know what life's gonna bring you. You could be gone tomorrow, so just enjoy your life. All right, the 6th song is Going Through Changes, and this basically is about the new person he has become, and and how the changes that he's gone through. And the intro is an Ozzy Osbourne song, Going Through Changes. And it was featuring Kelly Osbourne, I think. And just basically, and that kind of, to me, incorporates
a new era of Eminem, because he's become a whole new person as a result of the freedom that his life without drugs has made him feel.
And then it's kind of ironic because Ozzy's been through all these drug problems and somehow gotten through this. I don't understand it, but
very similar personalities.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, you want to do the next one here?
Yeah, sure.
No, I'll say it here. The next one is Not Afraid.
Yeah, which is he's never afraid to you know, be himself and be who he is, and he another message to like the haters and all the people who feel like afraid to be themselves. He says, screw that screw that and be yourself and who you are. Don't be afraid.
All right.
Here to you.
Yeah, oh yeah. The next song here is Seduction. And it's basically an interesting song. We had a little bit of trouble trying to figure this out. It's basically him talking to some other random guy, I think, about how he's better. He's talking about
his wife or girlfriend of this guy who he's talking to must have screwed around with Eminem, and he's giving reasons why. Yeah, we think anyway. But he's giving reasons why he feels that the woman chose Eminem over him, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, in the song, there's a lot of just I'm better than you as a rapper standpoint, but then it also turns type of sexual.
Yeah, it's like there's portions of it where he says he wants to call it seduction, but some portions of it he says he doesn't. So it's kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The next song here is No Love featuring Lil Wayne, and this is basically where a lot of it's Lil Wayne in this song.
Yeah, but it is a duet.
Yeah, and I love the song. This is probably my second favorite. These next two songs are 1 and 2 on the album, I think. It's basically where Lil Wayne says he might have been screwed over in the past, and it's basically taking revenge, saying, I got a child from you. And that's basically it. You're really, for what you've done, you gave me a kid. That's it, basically.
Yep.
All right. Number 10 is Spacebound. You want to do that one?
Sure. It's like it talks about the reality of relationships and how they are, and how certain ones can fall apart, and even the strongest ones can fall apart, and you never know. Which ones will and which ones won't, but it's all about how real a relationship is, and sometimes it doesn't match up to how people think it should be, but that's how it is. It's the real life of a relationship, basically.
Yeah. All right, the next song is Cinderella Man, and to me this song, just the title makes me think of boxing, and getting back up, and just if somebody punches you, or either physically or mentally, and you can take a brunt for a fight or whatever, this song is about Eminem's rebirth as an artist, not only as an artist but as a person. I
agree, yes.
Because he has gone through a lot, and haters have hated on him, but he's come back, maybe way stronger than it was before. I would say.
Yeah, stronger than he was before, and my personal favorite on the album is this song, by the way, and it's something people can relate to, I think.
Alright, the next song here is 25 to Life, and this is how Eminem thinks. I would say that he thinks his relationship is a prison, in either his relationship or his life in some cases, because he's been trapped with drugs and with bad relationships. As the 8 Mile movie, I would say this is what I think equates to Kim and how that relationship went. And just a bad taste that he had from all those.
Yeah, and I think it's also about how hip hop. He thinks some aspects of it might have put a damper on his relationship.
Yeah. All right, the next song is So Bad. It's number 13.
Yep.
And basically, I think it's about Eminem and his this one's funny. His origins, kind of
roots and stuff. Yeah.
He talks a lot about Detroit, Michigan, where he grew up, and yeah. He talks about that, and he talks about being a pimp, right?
Yeah, it's like through his eyes, if he were a pimp, and how he would, treat women, and
which is very bizarre.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
it's typical rap nowadays. It's
he kind of
probably him nowadays. How trying to reach to the new crowd of new generation of rappers, and it's a pretty good song, but yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very.
It's a very bizarre song. But it's pretty funny. We both laughed when we heard it.
Okay, the next song here is Almost Famous.
Yeah, Almost Famous.
Number 14 here, and it's basically about how people want to be famous, and
they have a desire, and then
Yeah.
they don't realize how much it takes to be famous and the pressures that come along with it that a lot of times people don't realize until they already are.
yeah. And I think this is the song where he talks about Kurt Cobain. He mentions it in one line. And talks maybe a reference towards the suicide.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit. Talks about how some people can't handle it.
Can't deal with it once they have it. Be careful what you wish for is basically the message of the song.
Yeah, which we've seen a lot of artists in rock and roll.
Tragically with Amy Winehouse and everybody else. So.
Yeah. All right, the next song here is 15 is Love the Way You Lie featuring Rihanna. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit.
Which is he wrote it with Alex DeKim, which is after she felt she was in an abusive relationship with not only the music industry but life as well, which is about domestic violence. This song deals with domestic violence and abusive relationships, and Rihanna and Chris Brown definitely have gone through that, so I think that's why she was chosen to do it.
Yeah, and I find it interesting that this is a couple years ago. This album was made and the song was released. It was the first track, but she's with Chris Brown, I think I heard.
Yeah.
Which is interesting on her part for sure. People grow up, but to me, it's a interesting, stupid decision.
Well, people have their.
I mean, you could justify it either way.
He's probably a love of her life, and people have different ways of running it. But either way, I'm happy for him. But you feel differently?
Yeah, a little bit. It's just if somebody hurts you like that, you go to an award show and you're black and blue. I believe that's what it was.
Yeah.
You're kind of embarrassed for yourself, but also embarrassed for that person because I think you try to just somewhat stay away from them. But
yeah, but
if she loves him,
I think they both want to get him help, and if he wants to do it and she wants to stand beside him, more power to him, and I'm happy for him. But
yeah,
let's do the next one.
All right. The next song here is You're Never Over. It's number 16. You want to do this one?
Yeah, it's a tribute to his good friend Proof, which was another rapper who I believe died in a hit and run or was murdered, and tragically, in I think 2006. This album was made in 2010, and it's a tribute to Proof and a message to all of his fans to never give up, no matter how bad things seem to be at times.
Yeah.
With the complications of life.
Oh yeah. It's inspirational track for sure. And then you would think that'd be the end, but no, as true Eminem fashion, there's one more track. Yeah. And this one is untitled. It is named Untitled, excuse me. It's a hidden track, like I said. It's basically, to me, classic Eminem. Yeah. It's just something it's just for me, he's sitting in the room saying, I gotta put my classic spin on it. So he's basically screwing around, There's a lot. I think there's a lot of that.
Yeah, it's a lot of inspirations from probably the real Slim Shady and all of his old classic albums that we all love and know him for. And yeah, it's a very good song. Yeah, very fast paced, but very good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny too. I mean,
yeah.
All right. Well, that was just a track by track, guys. What I basically thought of the album here is it's a new Eminem. For sure, a good Eminem. He's not as angry. I mean, he's angry because he's back.
I don't know.
I'm not angry for
A lot of his anger probably was from as a result of drugs and stuff. And he seems to let loose a lot more than he did. Not a lot more is pent up.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I know what you meant. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the tracks are very. There's a couple that are slow. It's got some dark spots, some slow spots for me. I don't know what you think about that.
It's a very good album. I think there's something in it for everybody, and something even if you don't like Eminem. I don't know why you wouldn't, but some people don't. But even if you don't like him, there's still something in it for everybody, and he's not as like I said, not as angry and not as
he doesn't
rough as he once was.
Yeah, geared towards one fan base.
Yeah, it's all for everybody, and yeah.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, that's basically it. We're running out of battery here. Next week I'm going to do Slash featuring Miles Kennedy as my album review. It'll probably be on Monday or Tuesday. We'll see about that. Yeah, guys. Well, for Bobby, I'm Jason again.
Peace and love. The classic trademark.
Your Ringo. There's your Ringo influence for today. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, guys.